Hello there. How the Brexit sands are shifting. 1 minute we're too far apart for a deal, the next we're 66% of the way there, then we're told there's no deal in sight. Firstly, please subscribe and like this video to give my channel a boost. And I'm always uploading new content, so please do check back daily. And a big thanks to my Patreon and PayPal supporters. Even at the recent end of the 9th set of Brexit negotiations, both sides emerged citing massive continuing differences, meaning a deal was all but impossible. And it looked like the EU and UK would soon be reaching a point of no return where they would shake hands saying thank you, but no thank you. Then we heard rumours that the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson had buckled, that the UK would be signing a deal that kept us tied to the ECHR, the non-EU human rights courts, as well as handing over more of our fish for the next 3 years. This would drive a coach and horses through the UK government attempts to deal with the escalating problem of the one-way traffic regarding the under 10-foot class of escorted channel ferry vessels. Because human rights lawyers would continue gleefully queuing up with court orders to whisk people off of planes before they were sent packing. And keep getting paid millions to do it. And added into the mix were reports that the UK Brexit negotiator Lord David Frost had suggested that the UK could also be on the verge of conceding ground on the matter of state aid rules. And all the rumours were spurred on by Michael Gove telling Parliament's European Union Committee that a deal was 66% there, while Lord Frost appeared quite optimistic. And all this led Telegraph columnist Sherelle Jacobs to pen a piece called "The Allure of a Sellout Brexit Risks Turning Boris into the Next Ted Heath," with the subheading, "The Prime Minister wouldn't survive the ignominy of deceiving the nation with a dreadful deal," and going on to write, 47 years after seducing Edward Heath into agreeing egregious terms for the UK's entry into the EEC, Brussels seeks yet again to tempt a Prime Minister into betrayal. And that was exactly how it looked to be panning out, all at the last minute, before Boris Johnson's previous 15th of the October deadline is reached in just 1 week's time. But Boris ditched that deadline earlier this week when he agreed with the EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen that further talks would be held into next month. More fanning the rumour flames of a UK climb down. And earlier today the Times reported that Britain's chief Brexit negotiator has signalled that Boris Johnson is ready to make key concessions and that a trade deal is eminently achievable. But now, thankfully, or maybe thankfully, we're hearing from the Brussels side that this might not actually be the case. EU officials are claiming that the UK is pushing a sense of positivism and momentum, but we just don't see it. And according to Politico, one EU source said, "We are seriously questioning their tactic and why they are sending these kinds of messages, as there is no deal in sight at all at this point. There's clearly a spin that the UK wants to get out there. A deal is within reach, only fish is still a problem. That's complete nonsense, as a deal on none of the EU's red lines is nowhere in sight at this stage." But there are signs of nerves amongst some on the EU side. The Italian Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte is under pressure from his exporters, so is urging the UK side to get a deal done. But he says that he's not optimistic about it while there are concerns over the withdrawal agreement busting clauses in the UK Internal Market Bill. In a press interview, Conte said, "But beyond this step, I believe there will be an agreement in the end, and trust that the British government will be willing to reach one that ensures reciprocal advantages." Reciprocal advantages in a high-stakes international negotiation. In my admittedly limited experience in these matters, it has always appeared to me that the side that looks for reciprocal advantages is the side that gets thoroughly screwed over, while the other side firmly fixes its sights on pure self-interest. Try the concept of reciprocal advantage the next time you buy or sell a car or a house. But maybe that's just me. And I've seen scant use of the concept of reciprocal advantage by the EU side. No, Brussels is entirely focused on wrenching Northern Ireland away from the rest of the UK, controlling UK waters up to our sandy beaches and cliffs, as well as locking us into EU courts and level playing fields, etc, etc, etc. How is any of that in the interests of the UK? No, the UK must stick to its red lines no matter what. The EU would never consider putting its single market at risk, nor would it negotiate away control over the sea areas it controls, so why should the UK do so? And the answer is, of course, is that we should not. Because as soon as we started down that route, the EU would just keep demanding more and more. The EU should now be aware of our sovereign position and also be well aware that we will vigorously defend our United Kingdom from any threat to tear it asunder. Further, we must also not let ourselves be forced into a position where dodgy interpretations of human rights laws can be used against us by profiteering or politically motivated lawyers. Finally, do you remember the Cambridge Analytica saga? As the BBC explains, Cambridge Analytica was accused of amassing the data of millions of Facebook users without their consent and using it in political campaigns, including the 2016 US presidential campaign and 2016 Brexit referendum. All accompanied by a lot of left-wing wailing and gnashing of teeth, along with demands that the result of the EU referendum be declared null and void. But after an investigation by the Information Commissioner, Cambridge Analytica was not implicated in wrongdoing regarding the EU referendum, with The Guardian reporting, "The data watchdog has closed its investigation into Cambridge Analytica, concluding that the controversial data company did not directly misuse data to influence the Brexit referendum." Another Brexit myth busted then. But that's not to say that other things weren't going on, as The Guardian reported yesterday. Last month, Cambridge Analytica founder Alexander Nix was disqualified from acting as a company director for 7 years for offering potentially unethical services to prospective clients, including bribery or honey trap stings, voter disengagement campaigns, obtaining information to discredit political opponents, and spreading information anonymously in political campaigns. But don't let any of that distract you from the main point, that Cambridge Analytica did not skew the referendum. Let the Remainers wail. Anyway, if you want to hear more from me, please don't forget to subscribe and also press that little bell or you won't get any notifications. And if you want to see more of me, buy a mug with my mug on it by following the link in the descriptions box below and support me on Patreon or PayPal. So what do you think about all of this? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching.